Maths Queen by Shaza. In this video, let's solve exercise 1.1 of chapter Real Numbers. So if you are new to my channel, please watch my previous video so you get a clear concept and solve the questions easy and quick. If you find the video useful, please subscribe to my channel and share it with your friends. Before solving, let's take a quick recap of Euclid's division algorithm. Euclid's division lemma states that A is equal to BQ plus R. Here A is the dividend, B is the divisor, Q is the quotient and R is the remainder, such that 0 is less than or equal to R less than B. So there are basically two types of questions related to this theorem, that is to find the HCF and the next is to prove a statement. I have given examples of both of these types of questions in my previous video. So if you understand the clear concept and if you are clear about the pattern of solving each type of problem, then you could solve each and every question you get quickly and easily. Now let's look on first type of questions, that is to find the HCF. So exercise 1.1, question number 1. Use Euclid's division algorithm to find the HCF of 1, 135 and 225. I have already solved this in my previous video. Let's solve it again. We take the larger number, that is 225 as A, and the smaller number 135 as B. Now applying Euclid's division lemma, A is equal to BQ plus R. So we divide 225 and 135 and write it in the form A is equal to BQ plus R. That is 225 is equal to 135 into 1 plus 90. Here remainder is 90, which is not equal to 0. So we apply division lemma to the divisor and the remainder, that is 135 and 90 in this case. We get 135 is equal to 90 into 1 plus 45. Here also remainder is not equal to 0. So we apply division lemma to the divisor, that is 90, and remainder, that is 45. So 90 is equal to 45 into 2 plus 0. When the remainder becomes 0, the divisor will be the HCF. So the HCF of 135 and 225 is 45. So here in these type of questions, we take the larger number as A and the smaller number as B. We divide and look at the remainder. If the remainder is 0, then the divisor will be the HCF. If remainder is not equal to 0, then we divide the divisor by the remainder. And we continue the step till we get the remainder as 0. Once the remainder becomes 0, the divisor will be your HCF. It's simple, right? Moving on to the second sub-question, 196 and 38220. Since 38220 is greater than 196, we take 38220 as A and B is equal to 196. Applying Euclid's division lemma, we have A is equal to BQ plus R. So on dividing, we get 38220 is equal to 196 into 195 plus 0. Here the remainder is already 0. So the divisor, that is 196, will be your answer. That is the HCF of 196 and 38220 is 196 itself. Hope you get it. Now the third sub question, 867 and 255. Here A will be 867 and B is equal to 255. Applying Euclid's division lemma, A is equal to BQ plus R. So 867 is equal to 255 into 3 plus 102. Here remainder is 102, not equal to 0. Applying division lemma to 255 and 102. So we get 255 is equal to 102 into 2 plus 51. Here again remainder is not equal to 0. Applying division lemma to 102 and 51, we get 102 is equal to 51 into 2 plus 0. So the remainder became 0. So the divisor will be your HCF. Therefore HCF of 867 and 255 is 51. Now you could also be asked to find the HCF of two numbers in a story problem or a story question way. So let's jump into question number 3 of exercise 1.1. An army contingent of 616 members is to march behind an army band of 32 members in a parade. The two groups are to march in the same number of columns. What is the maximum number of columns in which they can march? So here there are two hints in the question itself. That is, the two groups are to march in the same number of columns, indicating that there will be a common number between the two numbers. And here we should find the maximum number of columns, indicating that we should find the highest common number or the highest common factor, which is the HCF of two numbers. So, HCF of 616 and 32 will give the maximum number of columns in which they can march. Applying Euclid's division lemma to find the HCF, we have A is equal to BQ plus R. 616 is equal to 32 into 19 plus 8. Here R is not equal to 0. Applying the algorithm to 32 and 8, we get 32 is equal to 8 into 4 plus 0. Here the remainder is 0. So the divisor 8 is the HCF of 616 and 32. Therefore, they can march in 8 columns each. Hope you became confident about these type of questions. Now we will move on to the next pattern of questions. Let's jump back to question number 2 of exercise 1.1. Show that any positive odd integer is of the form 6q plus 1 or 6q plus 3 or 6q plus 5, where q is some integer. So in these type of questions, we take the positive odd integer as a and b as 6, because we have to prove it as 6q plus 1, 6q plus 3 or 6q plus 5. So applying Euclid's division lemma, we have a is equal to bq plus r. It's given q is some integer, so we write q is greater than or equal to 0, indicating that it is a positive integer. We have 0 is less than or equal to r less than b. So r can be 0, 1, 2, 3, 4 or 5. Now substituting the values of b and r, we have a can be equal to 6q, 6q plus 1, 6q plus 2, 6q plus 3, 6q plus 4 or 6q plus 5. The steps still here are common for any type of prove the statement questions. Now look at the question again. So we should prove that if a is odd, then it will be of the form 6q plus 1, 6q plus 3 or 6q plus 5. So how do we prove a number as odd or even? We will check whether it is divisible by 2 or not. It's just simple, right? So we have to say that here 6q, 6q plus 2 and 6q plus 4 are divisible by 2. So indicating that these are even. So a cannot be of the form 6q, 6q plus 2 and 6q plus 4, because we already stated that a is a positive odd integer. And 6q plus 1, 6q plus 3 and 6q plus 5 are not divisible by 2, indicating that they are odd numbers. Therefore, if a is any odd integer, it can be expressed in the form 6q plus 1, 6q plus 3 or 6q plus 5. It's clear, right? Let's move on to similar questions so you understand it better. Question number 4. Use Euclid's division lemma to show that the square of any positive integer is either of the form 3m or 3m plus 1 for some integer m. Similar to previous question, we take a as any positive integer, b is equal to 3 because we have to prove it as 3m or 3m plus 1. Applying Euclid's division lemma, we have a is equal to bq plus r. Here substituting the value of b, we have a is equal to 3q plus r for some integer q greater than or equal to 0. 0 less than or equal to r less than b. So we have r is equal to 0, 1 and 2. Therefore a can be 3q or 3q plus 1 or 3q plus 2. Steps still here are same for any type of question. So looking back to the question, we should prove that square of any positive integer is 3m or 3m plus 1. We have a is equal to 3q, 3q plus 1 and 3q plus 2. So we take each of these as separate case. So case 1, a is equal to 3q. On squaring, we should find the square. So a square is equal to 3q the whole square, which is equal to 9q square. Here we should prove it as 3m. So we take out 3 as common. So taking out 3, what is remaining is 3q square. We put it in a bracket and write as a square is equal to 3m, where m is some integer such that m is equal to 3q square. Clear? Moving to case 2, a is equal to 3q plus 1. On squaring we have a square is equal to 3q plus 1 the whole square. So it is of the form a plus b the whole square. That is a plus b whole square is equal to a square plus 2ab plus b square. So we get a square is equal to 9q square plus 6q plus 1. Here see it is ending with plus 1. So we could prove it as 3m plus 1. So we take out 3 as common and put the rest in the bracket. That is, taking out 3 as common, we have 3q square plus 2q in brackets and plus 1. So we write a square is equal to 3m plus 1, where m is some integer such that m is equal to 3q square plus 2q. It's just simple, finding the square and then taking out 3 and putting the rest in the bracket, and we'll get it as a square is equal to 3m plus 1. Case 3, a is equal to 3q plus 2. So squaring on both sides, we have a square is equal to 3q plus 2 the whole square. That is equal to 9q square plus 12q plus 4. Here see it is ending in plus 4, but we should prove it as plus 1. So we split 4 as 3 and 1. Rewriting the equation, we have a square is equal to 9q square plus 12q plus 3 plus 1. So taking out 3 as common and putting the rest in the brackets, that is 3 into 3q square plus 4q plus 1 in the brackets plus 1. So we could write it as a square is equal to 3m plus 1, where m is equal to 3q square plus 4q plus 1. Simple, right? Hence, it can be said that the square of any positive integer is either of the form 3m or 3m plus 1. Moving to the last question. Question number 5. Use Euclid's division lemma to show that the cube of any positive integer is of the form 9m, 9m plus 1 or 9m plus 8. Here there is a small difference. That is, we take a as usual, any positive integer, and b is equal to 3 and not 9, because if we take b as 9, then we will have the value of r as 0, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 and 8. So to prove each and every case, it's very difficult. So we will take it as b is equal to 3. So our job is simplified. Applying Euclid's division lemma, we have a is equal to b cube plus r. Substituting the value of b, we have a is equal to 3q plus r, where q is some integer such that q is greater than or equal to 0. So 0 less than or equal to r less than b. So r can be either 0, 1 or 2. So we have a is equal to 3q plus 1 or 3q plus 2. So we got 3 cases. Case 1 is a is equal to 3q. Now what should we do? We should find the cube. Finding the cube on both sides, we have a cube is equal to 3q the whole cube. That is equal to 27q cube. So here we should take 9 as common. So taking 9 as common, we have a is equal to 9 into 3q cube, that is equal to 9m, where m is some integer such that m is equal to 3q cube. Clear? Moving to the second case, a is equal to 3q plus 1. So we will find the cube of 3q plus 1. H plus y the whole cube is equal to x cube plus 3h square y plus 3xy square plus y cube. So substituting it, we have a cube is equal to 27q cube plus 27q square plus 9q plus 1. Here see, it's ending in 1. So we could prove it as 9m plus 1. So taking 9 common, we have a cube is equal to 9 into 3q cube plus 3q square plus q and plus 1. That is equal to 9m plus 1, where m is some integer such that m is equal to 3q cube plus 3q square plus q. Moving to the third case, we have a is equal to 3q plus 2. A cube is equal to 3q plus 2 the whole cube. Applying the formula, we get a cube is equal to 27q cube plus 54q square plus 36q plus 8. Here see, it's ending as plus 8. So we can prove it as 9m plus 8. So taking 9 as common, We have a cube is equal to 9 into 3q cube plus 6q square plus 4q plus 8. So a cube is equal to 9m plus 8, where m is some integer such that m is equal to 3q cube plus 6q square plus 4q. Therefore, cube of any positive integer is of the form 9m, 9m plus 1 or 9m plus 8. So in this question, to prove as odd or even, we say whether it is divisible by 2 or not divisible by 2. If it is to prove as square of something, we find the square and take out 3 as common if it is to prove as 3m, or 9 as common if it is to prove as 9m. Finding the cube or finding the square is the same. So if you find the video as useful, please subscribe to my channel and share it to your friends. Thank you.